Hi guys, today I'm making whip soap, so things look a little different than normal and they will get even more different. I just wanted to, because it's such a long drawn out process to get started, I thought I would show you everything. I mean, some videos do, some don't, but I thought I would show you. So what I've done is I have this recipe here, which I will show you. I'll actually put a decent one up on the screen. What it is when you use whip soap, you need a lot of hard oil, otherwise it won't whip. So I have got 80% hard and 20% of olive oil, which will go hard, but that's not the point. The point is it has to be hard before you start. All right, so in here I have coconut oil, palm oil, shea and tallow. As you can see, the lovely white stuff is the tallow, that's the shea, this is the palm, and the coconut's right down the bottom. So what I'm going to do, I wanted to show you this. This is for all the Aussies out there. If you're just starting out and you hear everyone say, oh, you know, we use tallow, blah, 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 this is what you use. You get this from Coles. I assume you can get it from Woolies or in, you know, local grocery store. But this is what it is. It's just, that's what it is. So, but I thought I'd show you that. All right, so what I'm going to do with this is I'm going to put it in the microwave, which I won't show you. I'll put it in the microwave and I'll melt it all down so it's all melted together, and then I'll put it in the freezer. And what I will do is I'll get it out every couple of minutes and give it a stir because it will thicken back up, and I want to get it to a particular consistency. So what I'll do is I'll do all that off camera, and then I'll come back, and when it's to the right consistency to start whipping, then we can go forward. All right, so hi guys, back again. Just wanted to show you this bit. I know I wasn't going to come back until I got this right, but because it's a whip soap, it's actually going to get whipped. So I will be using my trusty, not KitchenAid, because I refuse to pay that much money for a friggin' blender. But yeah, this one is I don't know, Sunbeam something. It's friggin' awesome. It cost me like 150 bucks, and I've been using it for years. I don't get me on my high horse about brand names. Trust me, I just think it's disgusting that anyone would pay that much money for something. But that's my opinion, and you know, everyone else is wrong. But anyway, what I'm doing is, because it's going to get whipped, I'm going to put it in the whipping bowl before I put it in the freezer to cool it back down again. And I just thought I'd show you, because otherwise you would have come back and it would have been in a completely different bowl, and you'd be like, what the hell has happened here? So yeah, so that's what I'm doing. Getting it all scraped out as much as possible. Because if you don't, and you leave a whole bunch of oil in there, that messes with your totals. So, I mean, it's okay, a couple of grams all right, you know. If you're super fat, it's all right, because, you know, I've got a 5% super fat. So if I leave out a couple of grams, it might maybe drop it down to, you know, 4.5%. So it's not really a drama. But if you don't super fat, then you'll end up with a lye heavy soap. So, and I don't understand why anyone wouldn't use a super fat, to be honest, but I guess people do, and it's personal choice when it comes to soap. So yeah, all right, so now what I will do is I'll put that in the freezer now, and then I'll come back and I'll show you when it's ready to go. Hi, back again. All right, she's about the consistency we need. And it's a little bit dark over here because this thing's in the way, but I just want to show you. You can see it's reasonably stiff, but still got a bit of movement to it. So I could probably leave it in longer, but I'll just whip it a little longer. It's just, I find it's easier to work with it when it's just kind of at this consistency rather than a little harder. So, but I mean, you know, you'll watch videos on YouTube and you'll see that there are people that will work with it a little thicker than this, but I don't know. It's one of those things with soap making. You find what works for you and you stick with it. So yeah. Alrighty. So can you see? Yes, you can. this for a minute and tell you why I'm doing what I'm doing. I'm scraping down the sides of the bowl because it's metal, it's still bloody freezing. So as the oils are hitting the sides, they're cooling down more. So they're going harder on the sides. So if I keep it scraped, it's not going to get really hard on the sides. Plus it helps mix like you would with a cake mix anyway. So yeah, I thought I'd just better mention why the hell I was doing that. And yes, I'm aware of all the little bits of oil popping out everywhere. I don't really care. I'll clean them up later. So you can see the consistency now. It's still, I mean, the peaks aren't fully hard yet, but it's getting there, and you can see how beautiful and white it is. Oh, I just want to eat it. All right, now the sides are not as cold as they were, so it's not getting really hard on the sides anymore as it was when I was sliding my finger along this. You could actually feel like a lump of harder oils. So now it's pretty good. So although it's a habit for me, so I'll probably keep doing it through the whole thing. I'm going to whip this a little bit longer, and then I'm going to add in my olive oil, which I actually put in the freezer with the bowl. I did the same with my goat's milk as well, so it's quite. I've actually got a spoon in it because I had to scrape down the little bit of ice that it had around the sides. My lye has been in the fridge for about 3 days. I just chucked it in and left it in there. I don't have to worry about little kids. I had my 22-year-old son here and figured if he drank lye, he's a complete idiot and probably deserved it. But you know, he wouldn't. Who does that? But I did actually tell him it was lye and not to drink it. So yeah, all right. So we'll mix this a bit more. Shush. All right. One thing I did want to say to you, when you put this in the freezer originally, and it's still all liquid, you'll notice that it takes like, you know, maybe 10-15 minutes to start getting to that cloudy stage. After that, it goes real quick. So what you have to do is, like, for the first, 10 minutes, it's kind of like you don't tend to take much notice of it. But then after that, you have to keep a really close eye on it. All right, so now I'm going to pour in the olive oil, which is, oh, I forgot to bring recipe back with me. I'm pretty sure there's 200 grams here. There is, because it's 20%. All of this was 80% hard oils, and then I've got 20% of olive oil, which was 200 grams because it's a 1,000-gram recipe. So yeah, so I'll pour this in really slow, and what you'll notice is this will deflate, but then it will puff back up. It's just going to take a while, so I'll do all of this on fast forward for you, so you're not watching it for 4 hours. So righto, let's go. Okay, so it's a little possible that I might have gotten bored and put the stuff back in the freezer. As you can see, it's nice and stiff peaked again. I just got sick of waiting. I swear I have ADD. I'd be terribly surprised if I didn't. All right, so I've put the lye in the freezer as well to give it a bit extra cool down. It's really cold now. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put this on low, and I'm going to slowly pour the lye in. It'll do the same thing again. It'll go a little liquidy, and then I'll have to whip back up to stiff peaks again. But if it's got a little movement to it, I'm not going to mind, because I want to do 3 layers. So I need a little bit of movement in it. So I don't want it too, like as it is at the moment, it would be a little bit too much to do anything with. So I don't mind if it becomes a little creamier. So yeah, all right, so that's what we're doing. All right, I'll get all this crap off and we'll start. Righto. Kind of funny how soap never does what you want it to do. I've made whip soap tons of times before, never on camera, of course, because this is still a reasonably new thing that I'm doing. So yeah, and it's always whipped up nice and thick and fluffy. So the first time I do it on camera, what happens? This is what happens. So I'm sick of waiting because it's just not going to do anything, because I did turn you guys off for a while. So there's been whipping and freezing and this is not going to happen. This is it. This is what this soap is doing today. So wrong one, dickhead. I've forgotten how to use mixer. So yeah, so today this is just doing what it's doing. So we will just go with the flow and use it this way. Now, where can I put this thing out of the bloody way? Oh, there's so many things in the way. So many things in the way. Ugh. I'm just going to put that on the floor. It's just in the way. Alrighty, so this is it. This is my whip. So it's still whipped. It's just not as fluffy and as thick as I would have liked it to be. But I'm about to make it even worse anyway, because I'm going to put colourant and fragrance in it, which was going to make it even sloppier. So whatever, it should still float as far as I know. But yeah, I did a water discount and I put milk in it, so I don't normally do that. So I imagine that's probably got a lot to do with it as well. I have no idea how much I need. What I'm making, or what I was going to make, I don't know whether I'm still making it or not, is like a Neapolitan. You know, Neapolitan ice cream. Well, that's kind of what I was going to make. But we'll see. Yes, I'm a bit disappointed that it hasn't gone fluffy like it should have. That's probably why I'm a little peeved at the moment. All right, now I have two micas mixed up here. It looks like there's a lot of liquid in there, but it's because it's the fragrance oil. Like, I only put a tiny little bit of liquid oil in there. It's a bit of sunflower. So the rest is actually the fragrance oil, which, because this is already so sloppy, I've got a feeling it's just going to just completely wreck it. So, but this is Latte Mica from my Mica Obsession, and the fragrance is Fudge Brownies from NCS, which I don't even know why I had to say that, because we all know that's where I get them from. Yeah, I wanted to do the chocolate layer smell like chocolate and the strawberry layer smell like strawberry. I can't do the vanilla smell like vanilla because, as we all know, vanilla's stupid and goes brown, so then I wouldn't have a white layer. So I'm just going to leave it completely unfragranced, and it should stay white. And I think the chocolate and the strawberry will be nice enough anyway, so I'm not overly fussed. It would have been nice to give it a nice vanilla-y smell, but I think when you have Neapolitan ice cream. It doesn't really have that much of a vanilla-y smell. Vanilla ice cream doesn't really have a vanilla-y smell as such. And that smells absolutely divine. I was going to use my chocolate milk, but I don't have very much left. I have chocolate milk fragrance, but it's from Aussie Candle Supply, I think, not from NCS. This one is strawberry milk and from NCS. And the mica is cerise. It's a duller pink. It's not like the really, really hot pink. So, I mean, it's still a bright pink, but, and of course it's going to go pastel in this anyway because it's whip soap, and whip soap, you don't do bright soaps in whip soap. It just doesn't work because it's so white to begin with. So, but yeah, look, you can see how absolutely gorgeously bright that is. It won't be in a minute. You can see the chocolate as it is. So, but that's okay because that'll make it look more like ice cream. Oh, yummy yum. And yeah, the strawberry milk is lovely. It smells like, it smells awful in the bottle, but in candles and in soap, it smells awesome. It smells just like strawberry milk. It's one of those funny ones, like a lot of fragrances will smell the same in the bottle, but then there's some that just, like I've got a coconut one that smells awesome in the bottle, and it smells disgusting in soap. It smells like clag glue. It's horrible. But fragrances, they're weird. Alrighty, so I'm going to go with chocolate first, I think. Tell you what, sucks having arthritis. It's a bitch of a thing. What I'm going to do, first of all, though, is I'm going to pour a little bit in one of these. It's a bit hard to judge what a third of one of these things is, to be honest. That looks like about a third. Watch me forget to put anything else in it. That'd be the stupid dickhead thing I'd do. Oil in this, just a smidgen. Just that much. I'll give it a mix and see what happens. I should be able to mix it with this. Just see if we can't make it a little more liquid so it's not quite as heavy. Yeah, definitely not enough. And all this is going to do is just super fat it anyway. So, and I only did a super at 5%. So I could add 2% and it'd still be alright. So, and 2% of my oils is a lot because I had 1,000. So 1,000 grams of oils. Let me have a look. Yeah, no, a little bit more. I would advise if you're a new soaper, don't do this. Although, you know, You know what? I retract that statement. You know why? Because if you don't try things, how are you going to know if they work or not? I would suggest not messing around with your lye amounts too much when you're first starting out, because that can get you into trouble. But for something like this, I mean, the worst that can happen is my soap will never set. It'll never get hard, and it'll just be oily and horrible, and then I won't sell it. I'll chuck it in the bin, you know. So, but then I'll know if this happens with my soap again. I'll know that this works or this doesn't work. So, you know, in something like this, then yeah, go for it. Experiment. Do what you want. Try things, because, like I said, if you don't try them, how are you going to know? Yeah, I sounded like one of those old-fashioned soapers there for a minute. I apologise. Got a little carried away with myself, I think. All right, that's better. That's more now. I think. I mean, it's still not quite as liquid as this, but this has got fragrance in it as well, and that's like 15 grams of fragrance in it. This one had 15. This one had 15. So yeah, so I'm not going to add quite that much oil, but anyway, that's set up a little bit. So let's go with that, shall we? What is that? That looks like a hair. Yeah, whatever. Alrighty. See, look, I shouldn't have said that, because, you know, that's gross, but whatever. Leave that. Oh, I have white left. Oh, righto. Never mind. I have white left. I'm going to put white on here. Bugger it. That's what I'm going to do. This one just smells like soap. Funny that. Soap. Wow. How insightful of me. Yeah. Even I'm amazed at my stupidity sometimes, guys. Seriously. You're sitting there going, my God, woman. And I'm like, yep, I know. Oh, God, I don't even know how I do this half the time. So I started this at about 7:30 this morning. Yeah, do you like that? 7:30 this morning. Got the mixer on. Well, seriously, they start mowing the lawn at 7:30 on Sunday morning sometimes. So, you know, I'm going to use a friggin' stand mixer in my house if I want to. If they don't like it, they can get stuffed. I don't have a hell of a good relationship. I don't have a bad relationship with the next door neighbours. The next door neighbours on that side. But they have no consideration. Like, they let their kids out at, 6:30 on Sunday morning sometimes to play in the jungle gym that they built right outside my bedroom window. Like, they've got a whole backyard, but it had to be right outside my bedroom window. So, and just, yeah, so I have no consideration for them because they have no consideration for me. Neighbours on the other side, however, on that side, are fabulous. They're also not there at the moment, so. All right, so that looks like shit. So, what should I do with that? That's the question. Just trying to get a little bit of the pink mixed in with it. That's really not working very well, so. But I just thought if I just do a little swirly, make it kind of look a little creamy. Oh, look, some of the pink's coming through now. Actually, no, there's not really any left. So I'll just drop a little bit on there, but this is not worth it. Let me just see if I can't pull a little in. There we go. Look at that. It's good enough to eat. I know I'm wasting soap. It's freaking me out too. Yeah, you guys know, don't you? You sit thinking, oh my God, she's wasting soap. Sometimes it just has to be done. For the sake of the pretties, it has to be done. What do you reckon? That's pretty spiffy. My head getting away again. Nope, not. Looks a bit tasty. So there you go. I think it probably needs a bit of glitter though, guys. What do you reckon? I think glitter is the go. It's ice cream soap, so it would be glittery, kind of. I really want ice cream now. Yeah, this is when I'll stuff things up because I just get too fussy and I'll stop. I'll just stop. Glitter. Oh, this is a door from my Mica Obsession. It's pink, but it's got like little green and silver. It's just a beautiful. You could use this with so many. You don't have to just use this one with pink because it's not. When you sprinkle it on, it's not overly pink anyway. Oh, that was probably a little much. I've got puffer bottles coming. I ordered them like a month ago off eBay. They're coming from China, so still, I think some China stuff happens quicker than others. Guess it just depends. Don't even talk to me about the microphone. Oh, I'm so cranky about that. So cranky. Seriously. The dude. Well, I assume it's a guy, not because of bad service or anything, just because I just assumed it was a guy, which is kind of stupid, really, isn't it? The person that was selling it now has nothing on their eBay page, which freaks me out to begin with. It was supposed to arrive by the following Tuesday after I purchased it. It didn't turn up, and it hadn't turned up by the following Friday. So I messaged and said, what's that? A bit of pink. We don't want that in there. Get rid of that. I messaged and said, what's going on? Have you posted it yet? So then the Monday after, right, so this is already ridiculous amounts of time, he had marked, the person had marked it item sent. So they've sent it a week after the date it was due to arrive, and that was over a week ago now. So this is from an Australian seller. It's not even from overseas or anything. So yeah, so I'm freaking out now, thinking I've just wasted friggin', you know, $60 on this microphone, and I'm not going to end up getting it. But that's okay. If it hasn't come by this Tuesday, because Sunday today, if it hasn't come by this Tuesday, that will make it 2 weeks since the due date that it was meant to originally arrive. If it hasn't arrived by then I'll just contact eBay, because, you know, this is shit. I've never had this bad a service off anybody on eBay. I must have been really lucky so far, I think. Alright, so these are kind of cute. I'm not going to want to give these things away. They're so cute. Oh, there's a cat snoring in the background. You probably can't hear that, but oh my god. This is what I tell people, I don't need a boyfriend that snores, because I've got a cat that does. So, yeah, I also had a boyfriend that snored for many, many years, and he never did anything about it. Guess he didn't give a shit. Obviously not. He's a selfish ass. And he's also not a he anymore, so there you go. Who was the one that was encouraging him to transition? Me! Anyway, we won't go there. 2 years later, we're friends again, but I'm still bitter. Way bitter. Alright, there you go. There you go. Whip soap. I will bring you back from the cutting. Whip soap has a tendency to either set up real quick or real slow. It just decides to do whatever it wants to do, so, which is typical of soap. So we will find out, and I'll bring you, hopefully it'll be today. So, alright, bye. Hello, I'm back. I couldn't wait any longer. I had to get it out. It's I probably waited a little long. Probably didn't wait long enough, I should say. It's still a little tiny bit soft on the corners, but I don't care. Looked kind of promising. Don't think I put too much white. Not enough pink, but it looks like Neapolitan ice cream. But yeah, just there's another soft spot. It's a little soft, but no, I'm not known for my patience. Anyone who knows me will never say, oh yeah, she's really patient. Yeah, nah. No one will ever say that. Ever. It just looks like ice cream. Woo! Yay! Ice cream! And it smells yum. Seriously, it's really nice. Yeah. You see, I hold it over here where you can't see it. I don't like doing this as a general. I don't like blobs on top. It's kind of one of my pet peeves. I'm not a fan of embeds either, but some people can do it really well. I don't seem to pull it off particularly well. But yeah, it looks exactly like I expected it to. It's just ice cream. So yeah, it doesn't have that real whipped texture though, like I thought it would. Probably because it was too soft. Like it wasn't whipped enough, so it hasn't got a lot of air in it. I will have to do another one, seeing as this was this month's challenge. You've got to always do more than one. So, although I never did get around to doing a second peacock swirl, so which I would like to do because I quite like the peacock swirl. It's very, very interesting. Like it's just one of those more interesting techniques, and it doesn't look like anything else, you know, whereas a lot of the other techniques, they sort of like a drop swirl can sometimes look like a chopstick swirl, whereas you know the peacock swirl doesn't look like anything at all other than a peacock swirl. So that was a long-winded sentence, wasn't it? Alrighty, the end bits. But yeah, no, I'm pretty happy with that. The top looks pretty awesome. So you know, just it's all nice whippy cream looking. So and yeah, it does. It smells ice creamy. I've got to say, the strawberry and the chocolate. You're getting both of the notes as you smell it. So yeah, so I'm pretty happy. So there you go. Whip soap, kids, easy peasy. You can do it. Don't think you can't do it. Don't think you can't do any of them, because you can. You just have to try. That's all. Alright guys, I'll see you on the next one. Bye.